So we want to tell you about the health benefits of our Running Easy approach. And we're going to talk about the Running Easy approach in more detail later on. But we're going to tell you about some incredible science-proven health benefits. But before we do that, it is very important, because this is ultimately about your health. If you are going to embark on any running training program, it is important that you have made sure you're physically okay. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not overweight or unhealthy, etc. But it is advisable to go and check with your GP just to see that you're okay to take on a running program. So rather be safe than sorry. Go and have yourself checked out first before you start on the program. Once you've got the green light, which I'm pretty sure your GP is going to want you to have because it's life-changing, then follow us on the rest of the course. So let's look at some of the health benefits. And we're going to share 10 health benefits, and these are scientifically proven health benefits. And the notes are linked to the lesson. I'm going to show you the journal articles. So if you're science-minded, you want to go read the original medical article, you can go and do that. The first one is weight loss. Running, and especially the Running Easy approach, and we're going to keep emphasizing that because our approach is about doing less rather than more running, and running in a very effective way, has been proven to be the most effective form of weight loss. And there's a whole lot of reasons. It's not only does it help the fat melt from your body, by increasing your metabolism, you actually lose weight while you're sleeping. Because your metabolism is increased for a period of up to 48 hours. So even after you have run, the increased metabolism is causing you to lose weight. And so that's how it's been shown to be one of the most effective forms of losing weight, is running.
In actual fact, I think that 48 hours is quite a fascinating piece of research which we have experienced in real life, is the fact that because our running program has you running every second day, that's every 48 hours, your metabolism will always be running at an optimal level. So there's nothing, and I can testify to it because we went traveling for 3 months where I wasn't able to run because we were in Big 5 game reserves where it wasn't advisable, it was also very hot, and I could just feel the impact it was having on my body because I wasn't running. It was my metabolism was getting sluggish, everything was difficult, whereas as soon as you start running, it's like everything just feels so much better. It's just scientifically shown that running has an amazing impact on your metabolism. And as a result, things burn, fat burns, you start losing weight.
Right, next one is that it makes you healthier. Research published found that moderate levels of running and exercise remarkably decrease the infections that's called UTR, upper tract respiratory infections, which is where you get your flus and your colds, dramatically decreases those. So again, by getting out there and running, moderate exercise, and we're going to keep enforcing it and emphasizing that through the course, that makes a huge difference in how often you're going to be sick. So do you want to be the one who's always sniffling, always got colds? And my own testimony, and Nikki's going to be the same, literally in the 12 years we've been doing this, I would say in that entire time, if I've had flu once, that's amazing. I can't even actually remember if I ever had flu in that entire period. I may have had a cold or a sniffle once, but just about nothing.
I think, the science that proves that in South Africa we have a medical aid program called Discovery, and it's absolutely amazing in trying to encourage people to live healthier lives because they know the healthier you are, the less you get sick. It's proven. So they want to reduce your visits to a doctor, they just need to get you exercising. And what's interesting is that they will reward you the most points. You have to get 900 points a week in order to get your rewards. They will give you 300 points just to go out and do a 5-kilometer, 30-minute run. You can go out and gym the whole day and they'll give you 100 points, which means they know that cardiovascular exercise, it's getting that heart pumping and getting the blood flowing, has the best impact on your overall health. And if you're tired of visiting the doctor or tired of getting flu or sick every 2 or 3 months, well then we encourage you to start something like running and just see what an impact it has on your immune system.
If you don't like dying, which I don't think most of it, or dying at all.
We all have to die, unfortunately.
Research, and there was a massive research project that involved over 100,000 people, found that there was a 70% decrease in the possibilities of you dying from a whole range of different diseases and complications and issues. So basically what it's found is that by getting fit, by running, by exercising, you decrease by 70% the chances that you're going to die from a whole range of horrible type things.
I think the important point to emphasize here is yes, everyone has to die. They say the only two certain things in life is death and taxes. But what you do want is to live the longest you possibly can. You want to live a quality of life, not just quantity. And when you have when you exercise and you're fit, not only do you enjoy longer quantity of life, but you also enjoy longer quality of life. And that's what we're aiming for. And I think, if you have a look at reasons for people dying earlier, a lot of those things like heart disease, blood sugar, things which are preventable if you follow the right diet and you exercise. And this is what we want to encourage.
Number 4, a long 21-year study done by Stanford. And this is one of the myths that's going to knock out of the window, because a lot of people say, oh, when you run, you're going to get all sorts of pains and aches, and when you're older, you're going to... No, they found those people who were involved in running, moderate running, had less disabilities in old age. And that's very important, because as Nikki just said, it's about quality of life. Not only not getting sick now, but into old age, you have a far better quality of life.
In actual fact, the Discovery Medical Aid, which I was chatting about earlier, they have their scientific data is now showing people who are on the diamond level of the program. So these are the people who have remained fit and kept to these fitness regimes for over 5 or so years. Their estimated lifespan is now 90 years and over, just because they've realized when your body is fit, you're living a healthy life, your quantity and quality of life just naturally goes up.
Number 5. This is a mythbuster of note. How often when we go and tell someone, hey, we're into running, you want to get, oh no, running destroys your knees. Have you heard that? Maybe you even said that? That is scientifically absolutely false. In fact, the research shows, and if you look at number 5 and look at the journal papers that support it, there is a remarkable decrease in osteoarthritis and all issues to do with bone, etc. And there's a lot of good reasons for it. The science is simple. Your body is biomechanical. It's not mechanical like a car. It is biomechanical. And the more you use your joints, the better for the joints. The more the blood flow through the joints.
And the oxygen.
And the oxygen and the tendons. So it's very important. So that myth is totally out. In fact, it's exactly the opposite.
I think because we've run so many years now, we've experienced these reasons that people give us. I would say the 2 areas why people do have knee injuries or other injuries when they run. The first is if people run when they're injured. Everyone knows when you're injured, you rest. And often people ignore that, and that's often when they can cause problems. And we would encourage you to always rest. It's about running easy. It's about enjoying the journey. Those people are pushing for hard personal bests and running hard, they don't know about that. So therefore, it's always about, I can't stop running, and then they run when they're injured. And the other reason is a lot of people take sports in their high school and their college years where they're playing soccer or rugby, cricket, badminton. Those sort of sports can be very demanding on the joints. And it's often those injuries that they picked up in those years that come back and haunt them. So definitely running easy, no impact on your ligaments. We can testify to that. We have run, as you said, countless marathons, ultra marathons. Not one of us in over 15 years of running have ever been injured. And that's running the distances that we run.
We'd have to go faster because it's going to take us forever to get through this. Okay, so we have to cut.
Okay.
Brain power. Who doesn't want to have brain power? Reason number 6. The research shows that when you run, just for 30 minutes, 3 times a week, there is a dramatic improvement in brain power, in memory, in concentration. So it's a great one. You want to improve those things in your life? Run more.
Reason number 7 is running easy improves your productivity. I think you've all experienced when you've had a bad night's sleep or a tough day, you just don't have the energy to produce and to work. And they've proven that when you go out and do a 5K run before you go to work, it improves your productivity by
massive amounts.
So if you want to be more productive, that's where running can help you.
A big scourge of the modern day and age, you've heard about it often, ADHD, attention deficit disorder, and those things exist, but a massive proven cure rather than reaching for the tablet straight away is getting out and running. It's been proven scientifically by getting more blood flow to the brain, more oxygen to the brain. People who are involved in running can treat ADHD and all those related things by improving their levels of concentration simply by running more.
Right. Reason number 9, which I think is a huge benefit, because sadly in the world today, one of the biggest things you often read in social media is the high levels of depression. Sadly, this is something which has no respect of persons, regardless how rich or poor you are. everyone can fall prey to depression. And they've proven that running has a remarkable impact on depression. It sends endorphins into your bloodstream, into your brain, so that your body just feels that lift. And I think you'll read in research how a lot of psychologists will actually encourage their patients either to go for therapy on a run or to run regularly, because they know what an impact it has on depression. There's nothing that makes you happier. And if you want to live a happy life, which I hope you do, then running can give that to you.
Finally, reason number 10, it's all of the reasons we've just mentioned, plus the bottom line is it's a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle that will just change you, and the research will keep coming out and keep proving that it's going to fix your brain, it's going to fix your heart, it's going to fix your joint, it's going to fix your smile, it's going to fix everything. It really is an unbelievable lifestyle investment. And so what we want to share with you in this course is an incredibly wonderful, fun, enjoyable approach to getting into running, to achieving incredible things, but more than that, by having a lifestyle that's going to transform your life.